So a few of you guys asked me, what's the proper way to say nose in Creole? Apparently, there are two ways that we can say it, and some of you guys are not sure whether one way is correct and whether the other way is the correct form. Apparently, this question was posted on Instagram stories, and a lot of you guys were just a bit confused as to whether, why are we saying it one way, why are we calling it something else? So yes, to say nose in St. Lucian Creole, there are two ways that you can say that. One, we can say ne. Ne being spelled N-E with the acute accent. Ne, because the A sound in Creole is an acute accent, right? On the E. So ne. The second way that we can say this is ne. It's a more nasal sound. Ne, spelled N-E-N, because the sound in Creole is E-N. Now, whether you say ne or ne, it just depends on where you're from. Some people have never heard of ne being used before, and some people have never heard of ne being used before, whereas there are others who's heard of both of them. Just like myself, I grew up saying both of them in my community. And it's actually fascinating that I got different Instagram DMs telling me that I've never heard of ne being used before, like where says that? And then others said, I've never heard of ne being used before, like where says that? But yeah, depending on where you're from, the Creole tends to change a bit, even if it's the same country. So there's something that happens in languages which are just called phonetic shifts. So the use of both terms can be just due to regional differences, like I said. Now, we got our word from the French word ne, which in turn got it from Middle French, which then got it from Old French, which eventually came from the Latin word, which I'll put up here. Now, different dialects of the French language may pronounce this word slightly different, with ne instead of ne being one of them. And so shifts do take place, people pronounce differently, and this just carries on from generation to generation to generation. But both ways, whether ne or ne, whichever way you pronounce it, both are correct.